What's up, everybody? So we're out in the shop, and in this episode I'm going to talk about a few things that I've seen in the comment sections for both some of my videos and a few other creators' videos, and just something that I kind of want to address because I think it's kind of important for people to understand where some of the YouTube creators and knife makers come from when it comes to some of our builds that we've made. You know, I see a lot of different comments on, well, why did they do it a certain way? Why'd they do that? Why'd they do this? Why would they even have that in there? Why would they make it with that? And when it comes down to it, a lot of the stuff that we decide to make in our shops that might not make sense to some people or might not just make sense in general because we're trying to try something out that we haven't really seen before, and for some people it's hard for them to be able to wrap their heads around that. And when it boils down to it, we are content creators. A lot of us are knife makers, or bladesmiths, or blacksmiths, or just makers in general. And some of the stuff that we try out is experimental. Whenever we did the whole kumai kick that everybody got on, where everybody was putting copper in everything. Does it make sense to put copper in knives for aesthetics? Sure. Some people wouldn't really like to do it in their knives because they think that putting a soft material into something that's supposed to be hard just doesn't make any sense. But most of the time whenever we're putting that in there, it is a very thin layer and it doesn't really have anything to do with the cutting edge. We are not making a Damascus style thing where the copper crosses over the cutting edge, because if you did that, you would have a softer material on your cutting edge and it wouldn't keep a very good edge. But a lot of us are doing it just as cladding on the outside of our blades. It's not something that is going to really hinder the toughness of that knife. I've got one this one right here, that has a ton of copper in it. And I've used that to chop through 2x4s and all kinds of stuff. And it has held up amazingly. No issues whatsoever. It has been an awesome knife. And that has more copper than pretty much anybody else's amount of copper that they've put in probably 3 different knives of their knives, because it has a ton, like I said, a ton of copper. It's a very heavy knife. But some of that stuff that we do is purely experimental. We want to see if that thing works, to see if we can make something out of something that doesn't typically get put together. And I know that there's going to be critics that just want to be a critic and talk about things because they're bored and they're just sitting there on the computer and they're like, yep, today is the day. I'm going to talk about that person's hair. I'm going to tell them they need to shave. I'm going to tell them that they made a dumb knife. I'm going to tell them that they did this thing stupid, and why don't they have a guard on their grinder? Although that's actually probably a good thing to have on your grinder. I don't typically do that. But what I'm trying to get at is some of the stuff that we build in our shops is purely just because we wanted to. Just purely because we got in our mind, you know what? I'm going to try this thing and I'm going to put it all together. And if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't work, fantastic. Because it's all a learning experience. It's not like we're trying to make something that someone's literally going to take into war with them. Although some of the stuff that I've made, you could do that. But if someone wants a camping knife, we make a camping knife. If someone wants a chef's knife, we make a chef's knife. If someone wants a machete, we make a machete. If someone wants an axe, we make an axe. If they want a hammer, we make a hammer. The other things that we do are purely because we just want to see if it can be done. Those aren't the items that we're trying to, put in someone's hand to take out into the woods and use as a hunting knife. We make those specific knives for those people. Now, if someone wants a camp knife that has some copper in it or something like that, that is a type of kumai or something, cool. They will tell me that that's what they want, and I'll make it happen. But the crazier knives, those are purely meant to see if we can push ourselves into making that thing be achievable and make it a reality. And that's what this is all about. We're content creators. A lot of us are knife makers and content creators. We do both. We try out both. We do a lot of edge retention stuff. We snap test. We waste a lot of our knives. I wouldn't say waste. We don't waste them. The knives that we do snap tests on, or we do crazy edge retention stuff with, to push them to the point that they break, so we know exactly what we need to change or keep on those knives. Those are all learning experiences. It's not a waste. It's just one of those deals where whenever we're in our shops and we're trying to push the boundaries of what typically people make, some of that stuff is going to make sense to people and some of it's not. But for y'all, all y'all really need to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy, the show. And be entertained. And, watch someone create something that might not have been created before, and y'all get to witness it firsthand. This is one of those things that me personally, I like to do. Even though I'm a content creator, I watch a ton of YouTube videos. I watch other creators that have huge followings. I watch creators that have 150 subscribers because I want to see all of the different things. I love seeing people who have almost no subscribers just do stuff that's absolutely awesome. And the only reason why they don't have an insane amount of subscribers yet is because the algorithm just hasn't put them out there on the recommended page. But if they did, they would have a huge following, But a lot of the stuff that I like watching is when people push the boundaries and try something that's different. The whole Sharap stuff, get mind blown every time he turns something that just doesn't make sense into a knife. Just like, doesn't make sense at all. And he's just like, okay, by the end of the video, that's a knife. And you're looking at it from the beginning and you're like, that weld's not going to set. This doesn't make any sense. How is he even getting that to happen? I can't even get 3 pieces of flat, cleaned, fluxed steel to stick together to make a sandmai, and he's taking bike chains, cables, hopes and dreams, and sticking them together and making a knife out of them. I mean, it's crazy. So I personally love seeing stuff like that, and it pushes me to do something crazier. And seeing the other knife makers who do something that's out of the box, and then they get some random people in their comment section that's just like, oh, that was dumb. Why would you even try that? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm thinking to myself, are y'all crazy? This person just did something that is just so outside the box. Y'all should be thinking, wow, that's pretty cool. Even if it works or it doesn't work, at least they put the time and effort into making that out of the box item. So, a little bit, I wouldn't call this a rant or anything like that. It's just, I see a lot of these comments because, again, I watch a lot of other YouTubers' videos and I go down the comment section and see who's commenting on what. Some people have a little bit harsher comment section than others because people just kind of poke at them a lot, and I don't so much understand that because, this is an art form and I would hope that people really appreciate it. Even though criticism is awesome, keyboard warriors who are warrioring, You know what I'm talking about. Battling for no reason just cracked me up. But guys, hopefully y'all enjoy all the craziness. Hopefully y'all enjoy whenever we take stuff and we make things that probably don't have any type of real life usefulness, and we just go, screw that, and we make it. So hopefully y'all like that, and it's something that y'all enjoy, because that's the tip of the iceberg for the stuff that I'm going to be doing for the rest of this year. I cannot wait to do some of the projects that we have coming up. They're going to be awesome. But guys, enough of that, if you want to call it a TED Talk, or whatever you want to call it. Guys, I am appreciative of all the people who follow me and comment on my channel. I've luckily been very blessed with an absolute phenomenal group of people who follow me and comment in my section, or my comment section, and y'all are just awesome. I have so many people who are champions for me in my channel, and I do find myself very blessed to have that, because not every YouTuber has that. So I just want to thank y'all for doing what y'all do, and you know, the uplifting comments and things like that, because y'all are awesome. Like I said, I'm very blessed to have that. I wish that other channels had that as well. So if y'all get a chance, just go in, type in Knife Maker, and go check out all the channels, big and small. Maybe give them some love. Alright, guys, that is the end of this one. If y'all would, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, or one of my build videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you're waited till this point right here. And guys, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for spending your time with me. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll catch y'all next time.